She's not looking so hot. It's kind of jacked up, you know, it's unlevel, so I can't put a surface cleaner on here. We're gonna go ahead and wand it. I'm gonna do my best not to kick anything out of the cracks, so we'll have to take our time with that. And we'll go ahead and get the steps as well. But it looks like we've got some damage already. So maybe, maybe not. Oh, look at this redneck stuff, man. What is that? Let's just fix it with caulking. Okay, if you watch my channel, you know I'm a fan of caulking, and it does fix a lot, but I wouldn't make it look like that. Come on. What's going on, everybody? Hey, this is a job that we did recently when we took our Arkansas trip, and there was actually quite a bit that I did on this property. It's all pro bono type work, just you know, doing it for the enjoyment and doing it for YouTube. When I saw how dark the driveway was when I was driving past it, you know, it just rained and the concrete was real dark because it was wet, and I was like, yep, I gotta come back and we're gonna do some power washing there, cleaning it up for the channel. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of what's going on here. And you know, right now I'm doing a pre-soak on the bricks, just getting them wet, getting them damp. I don't know how much that helps. You know, other guys might say it doesn't or whatever. I know for one thing it makes it look good on camera because it shows how dirty it actually is. And then I like to think that it would soften it up before you get to start, kind of like soaking the dishes, right? But yeah, I'm using the ball valve here to do that. That works really great. And then I'm going to go ahead and come in. We're spraying the Essentials Pool Cleaner, or SH. I've got this mixed about, well, I started mixing a little more hot on other projects to test it out and see what kind of mixture rate I like. But this is mixed at about 25% of the Pool Essentials, and then the rest is obviously water. But I mean, it comes in and it really cleans it up. If you do mix it a little more hot and just, you know, or even just straight chemical, which is only 10% sodium hydrochloride, which is the active ingredient, which isn't, it's still not a real strong mixture, but it will kill plants and stuff like that, so be careful. But if you mix it straight, like, it'll melt stuff right off. So, you know, I was testing it on different areas of the house where there's the white painted brick, and I was spraying it on there at different mixture rates, and you know, the effectiveness is obviously different. Now, I started with the wand cleaning up the bricks, but you know, the cracks in between the bricks are pretty deep. It's almost like they just laid the bricks on top of the ground. So, you know, I don't think there's actually any polymeric sand in between these bricks. I think it's just they've been sitting for a long time and they've accumulated basically dirt and grit and everything that's, you know, blown into it. I don't think it's so much that it was intentional, which probably makes sense. This was probably a DIY thing 10 or 15 years ago, but it looks good. I mean, it's a little jacked up, it's a little bumpy, but that's all right. I think it did have a lot of character. I had somebody mention in one of my other videos, because I actually showed this on the Boring channel, which you know, if you want to let me know there's another channel out there using my content, I appreciate you actually looking out for me. It really means a lot. The Boring channel gets a pass. That's actually me. I just put that out for other people that don't like the commentary side of the videos. So if you do just want to watch the videos without commentary and you just want to hear the raw audio of the equipment or some relaxing music, that's the channel to go for. If you don't like me talking, you don't have to tell me all the time. I get that comment quite a bit. That's what I made the other channel for. It's all right. All right. So, but the bricks, you know, I was using the wand, and what I was having an issue with was, you know, just where the water hit just in between the cracks a little bit, I would have dirt and this and that and BS just come up and hit me in the face. And I was like, okay, this is gonna be way too much work with not enough payoff. So I'm actually using the 11-inch surface cleaner. This is the Briggs & Stratton surface cleaner, which I did not like on my other power washer, but my other power washer was like 2 gallons per minute and like a 3,500 psi setup. It was really pretty low, but as you can see, if I pull the trigger, this thing wants to fly up like a spaceship. With this machine, it is way more powerful. I will also say that it sounds like it's gonna blow up. I imagine it's a lot more stress and wear on the bearings than what this unit's actually meant for, but it works great for this project. You know, one of the cool things about the surface cleaner is it keeps everything underneath it. So if I am spraying what might be left of their sand, it's actually just, you know, spraying and then probably falling back in between the cracks. So, you know, the surface cleaner is probably the best way of keeping it there if you're going to do paver stones, you know, because the whole point of having the walls on it are, you know, to keep debris down so it's not flying up and shooting at you. So yeah, but I mean, as you can see, it really cleaned up, especially with the algae. The algae was real thick, you know, it's a moss, so it's something I didn't really anticipate, because everything you clean up with power washing, if it's concrete, normally you just spray it and it's dirty, right? Well, this was dirty and thick. It looked gross, you know, because you had all the moss washing away as well. But I was really surprised. This is a great unit. I'll keep using this little unit. There's been a few times that I've really preferred it over the 20-inch surface cleaner. I don't think I would have put the 21-inch or the 20-inch surface cleaner on here, mostly because the bricks weren't level, and you know, there's a bar underneath that sprays and it's got spray tips on it. And so my concern is if you know, I go over a spot that's unlevel and it hits, it might bend that spray bar, and obviously I don't want to trash it out. So, you know, the little cheap surface cleaner is the way to go in this situation. But here's what I was talking about. You can see how thick and nasty this stuff really was on it. Alright, so right here I was taking off the surface cleaner. It attaches like a tip, and then I remembered, oh yeah, I don't have to do that because I have a ball valve on here, so I can just shut off the water and then take the wand off itself and then use the ball valve to rinse off. So yeah, the ball valve's awesome, and you just barely crack it open. It's kind of like holding your thumb over a garden hose. It just gives it high pressure, and you know, yeah. Big thank you to Dirty House Doug. He's the one that told me I could do that. And you know, everybody that does the power washing professionally, and they've got experience with it, I appreciate any tips that you have. It really goes a long ways to helping out. You know, I don't want to get on here and pretend that, like, oh yeah, I've been doing this for 10 years and I'm awesome at doing it. Watch me how I use this water to blow all of this nasty debris off the bricks. You couldn't do this if you're a homeowner and you don't have 10 years of experience. The truth is, you can. Everything I do on my channel, if you were wanting to start up your first year and knock something like this out, you absolutely could. You know, I don't put myself into really high risk liability situations. I don't function under that kind of pressure. So we're gonna go ahead and hook up this surface cleaner again. I'm gonna give it one more pass because the bricks are pretty dirty. They've got, you know, a bunch of algae in it that you can't really see here, but you know, it just looks pretty gross. So we're giving it one more pass, and then I'll clean it up again. And then on top of that, you know, I do want to mention the bricks in the back for the stairway. I ended up not going ahead. Let's say it right. I ended up not cleaning those, and mostly because when I was using the wand over there, which I'm about to do right now, I'm going to come in and get the detailed areas. I noticed that some of the bricks there were starting to buckle and, you know, just kind of move around just from the pressure of the wand. So, you know, I'd rather not bust a bunch of mortar up and have to come and fix and replace and repair stuff. But overall, you know, I think this turned out pretty good. It was a, you know, like I said, a freebie. I drove 250 miles to knock out this property. It caught my eye, and I was like, dude, Dad, I got to come back here, man. I got to bring a power washer with me. I was like, that right there would make an awesome video. But, you know, whatever it takes, right? if you guys want to watch the videos and you put out your effort and time to watch it, I'm going to put out my effort and time to make you something that's worth watching. I'd say, all things considered, we made that look really, really sharp here. So all of the algae's off, the moss, you know, it just looks a lot better. Now, I didn't mess with the steps. Like I said, they've got this, and to be honest, I noticed these are kind of loose down here. I don't want to have to come back to do repairs on something that I'm just doing for, you know, doing for you guys. I think I'd skip this if somebody was asking me, hiring me to do the job. I would probably just decline on this. But we started off with something kind of similar to that, and now you can see what we've got. Now there are some darker algae in here still. That's all right. I've got some of that chemical. I think what I'll do is just shoot some on there and kind of post treat it, and I think that'll make it look pretty sharp. Now it's up to you guys. Do you want the next video to be the cabin that's got the you know, the little walkway and the patio there, or do you want it to be the driveway, which looks like asphalt when it's wet? Or there's more, or we could do the front entryway as well, which looks really, really nasty, and I almost slipped and fell on it earlier. So it's up to you guys. We got those 3 spots, and then the last thing I'm going to do is this sidewalk. Clean that up down here. I think that'll look real sharp. Now I'm going to tell you right now, the curb lines on this place are insane, but because of all the soil buildup and the heavy traffic, I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Playing the too hard card. Not gonna do it. I'm gonna go ahead and take a break, get some lunch, and we'll be back to do the next one.